So ESPN called a flag on the play on the recent announcement that Keyshawn Johnson is going to be added on the new Undisputed. Now, I believe it was a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, Skip Bayless announced to the world that not only Richard Sherman is going to join Skip Bayless to debate Skip Bayless on NFL Talk, but also Michael Irvin and Keyshawn Johnson. Now, Rachel Nichols has been added to Undisputed, and I'm telling you, Undisputed, it's not lying down for anybody. Undisputed, even with the recent announcement that ESPN First Take has recently announced that Shannon Sharpe is going to be debating Stephen A. Smith, but only on Mondays and Tuesdays, and he's still going to have the same layout, the same format, where he's going to be debating a different personality each and every day. People seem to forget. This is recent history. I don't know why people forget this, but Skip Bayless, that was Skip Bayless' playbook when he was doing it with Cold Pizza. Stephen A. Smith copied that style. If anything, if it works good, why not take it? All right. And now Skip Bayless is going back into his old playbook, and he's going to do the same thing over there at Undisputed. But anywho, that was going to be the new lineup for Undisputed when it premieres at the start of the NFL season. And I said that was a great lineup. And I also talked about it, and I talked about what everyone's going to bring on the new Undisputed. Go check out that video. But yeah, I thought it was going to be a good format, as well as if you look at what has been transpiring with ESPN. ESPN has been hemorrhaging money left and right. They have been letting go of a lot of personalities over there, and Keyshawn Johnson was one of those personalities, as well as they done lost a lot of subscribers. They used to have 100 plus million subscribers subscribed to ESPN channels on satellite and cable, but everyone is pulling the cord. No one is investing in cable and satellite that seriously, and it affects ESPN, Disney's bottom line. And ESPN had to make these layoffs, particularly if you want to re-sign these sports contracts. The two popular sports, let's just be truthfully honest, the two popular sports that's going to command the most money from these networks is the NBA and the NFL. Yes, I know NASCAR has, a lot of these networks are interested in NASCAR, college football, college basketball, tennis, track and field, boxing, UFC. I get all that, but the two big markets, the two big networks that's going to command the most money from all of these networks is the NFL and the National Basketball Association. And Disney can't compete because they don't have an endless paycheck. An endless checkbook. All right, because Disney is checking them on that, and that's why you keep hearing the talk of maybe Apple purchasing ESPN. We'll talk about that at a later time and at a later date. But that's why ESPN is in struggle mode. That's why they have lost a lot of subscribers. Now, every network has been losing subscribers that make the most of their money on satellite and cable. Even Fox Sports 1 is losing subscribers, but ESPN is losing the most subscribers. When you had the most subscribers versus Fox Sports 1, of course, the fall is going to be greater than Fox Sports 1. Now, I've told you guys 13 years in running, 16 years in running, that ESPN is the king of sports media. There's no second place to that. You know, I know everyone liked Undisputed, the old Undisputed, when they had Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe, and everyone labeled that the first take killer. But I kept telling you guys years ago that that was never going to happen because ESPN had more subscribers than Fox Sports 1. All right, but now since everyone is pulling the cord, a lot of networks are losing subscribers, and that equals and equates to revenue. All right, so how this affects and how this plays with Keyshawn Johnson. Well, Keyshawn Johnson was let go by ESPN, but ESPN can dictate where Keyshawn Johnson could go to. And the one thing ESPN is not going to do is allow Keyshawn Johnson to go work over there at Fox Sports 1, the rival, okay, as well as still negotiating and paying his contract, all right? Now, ESPN released a statement, says they pretty much said that, look, Keyshawn Johnson is still on a contract. He signed a 5-year contract, and he is in year 2, and they are trying to negotiate a buyout. That's ultimately what this amounts to, similar to what Shannon Sharpe did with Fox Sports 1, even though Shannon Sharpe, he worked his full contract. And he even added an additional year to negotiate with them, but the two sides could never negotiate on what would work best for Fox Sports 1 and what would work best for Shannon Sharpe. Even though Shannon Sharpe, and he's never going to tell you guys this, not only he wanted the bag, but he also wanted final say-so and control on Skip Bayless' show, Undisputed. They done gave all that away to Skip Bayless to sign him to not only his first bag, but his second bag. So they're not going to go against what they have already honored with Skip Bayless just to make Shannon Sharpe happy. And that's why Shannon Sharpe is no longer at Fox Sports 1, and he's part-time on ESPN. And I talked to you guys about Shannon Sharpe's, signing at ESPN, and why I felt like it was a decent move, but I don't think it was the best move. But anywho, I'm not going to get into that. Yeah, so Keyshawn Johnson is in year 2 of year 5 contract, and if he wants to be a full free agent, he's going to have to go to the negotiating table and negotiate a buyout of his contract that ESPN still owes him. All right. Now, a lot of people are going to say that, hey, y'all didn't want Keyshawn Johnson. And no one else seemed to want Keyshawn Johnson. The only one that was really interested in Keyshawn Johnson was Skip Bayless. And you have to, at that particular time, Skip Bayless was in desperate mode. He was just trying to sign anybody so he can debate alongside with. He already, and that was before the announcement of Richard Sherman and Michael Irvin. Now, I also made a video on who, Skip Bayless Undisputed should sign, Michael Irvin or Keyshawn Johnson. I said in that video I would have picked Michael Irvin 10 times over Keyshawn Johnson if it was in those parameters. Fox Sports 1 just got both of them. All right, so ESPN really doesn't want Keyshawn Johnson, but they don't want Keyshawn Johnson to flourish over there at Undisputed. And now ESPN got egg over their face. But, a contract is a contract. And it's not like, they did anything, to stop him of getting him another job. There are steps as far as jumping from job to job. All right. So they got him on that, even though ESPN doesn't even want Keyshawn Johnson. All right. I suspect that Keyshawn Johnson is going to mull over it over the weekend, and he's really only got 2 decisions. Either go to the negotiating table, negotiate a buyout strategy to be fully free from ESPN, which I think that contract is worth $18 million, or just let the contract play out and don't be in sports media until, the next 3 to 4 years, and collect your money over there at ESPN. Or you can just negotiate a buyout and go work for Fox Sports 1 and Undisputed. I'm pretty sure he's not getting a bag with Fox Sports 1. And he's probably making more money sitting at home than going on Undisputed and debating Skip Bayless or whoever. So I'm thinking Keyshawn Johnson is just going to simply just just go into a semi-retirement and enjoy that $18 million contract. Okay, that's just me. Unless Fox Sports 1 and Skip Bayless is offering him even more money, I highly doubt that. All right, so there you have it. I don't feel too bad for Keyshawn Johnson. Keyshawn Johnson doesn't want anyone to feel bad for him or sorry for him. He's already gotten his bag with ESPN. That's a real big risk if you want Keyshawn Johnson to take, work out a buyout and don't get all of his money that ESPN owes him to go to Fox Sports 1 and debate Skip Bayless. And that's going to be a 1-year contract. That's going to be a year-to-year contract, okay? It's not going to be a 5-year contract or a 6-year contract. It's a year-to-year contract, okay? Plus, Keyshawn Johnson is not going to debate Skip Bayless after the NFL season. So if you are smart, you would just choose to get your $18 million and just sit on the sidelines. And when you're out of that contract, you're out of that contract. Is that kind of salty that ESPN is doing that? Yeah, I guess you can say that. But at the same time, ESPN is not going to pay somebody while they go to the competitor, and each and every day ESPN's got egg on their face. That's not going to happen as well. But guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces.